Welcome. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Normally, in a traditional way, we salute to the Guru in the beginning of every session. That has been a traditional format. So why we salute to the Guru? Because my Guru salutes to his Guru salutes to his Guru, and ultimately, what is the ultimate Guru? The beauty of Eastern wisdom. The ultimate Guru dwells deep inside the heart, not the physical heart. That heart is the center of the rib cage. It is the seat of pure consciousness, the real nature. That is the goal of meditation. So it means because we don't recognize, we have not realized our true nature, hence we salute Guru in the form of a true nature. Look at the beauty. We were talking about Manisha. First, welcome Jordan and Jonathan, and happy birthday to you, Jordan. Many, many happy returns of the day. And this is the right session you are attending. I wish you evolve, and evolve. So coming back to Manisha. So Manisha is pure, simple, clear intellect. So I explained you the incident that Master, where after taking a bath in the Ganges River, he was approaching to the Shiva temple for meditation in the oldest city of Varanasi, oldest city of the world. And he found this untouchable in that Indian system known as Chandala, who used to bury the body with his dog in dirty clothes. So the Shankaracharya, the master, says, go away, go away. Because, when we see the people with the dirty clothes, foul smell, we always say, go away, go away. Now that Chandala was also an awakened guy. He said, to whom you are saying, go away, go away. My body, your body is made up of the same chemicals. Which should go away? Which chemical should go away? And the consciousness is one. How can you tell the consciousness, go away, go away? If I am the pure consciousness, you are the pure consciousness, how can you say, go away, go away? It happened to Buddha also. Now see that how the Manisha responds in case of Buddha. So Buddha was walking into the village. Many people saw him, glow on his face and calmness. The people asked me, who are you? Are you a prince? No, I'm not a prince. Are you a rich guy? Aristocrat? No, I'm not. Are you an angel? No. Then what are you? The Buddha said, I'm awakened. That is what happens when you live into that state of Manisha. I am awakened. Who are you? I'm Jerry, I'm David, I'm Girish, I'm Ashok. Normally our answer is. What Buddha's answer was that I'm awakened. That is the role of the Manisha. So now the master answers That becomes the 5 verses. So the first verse starts. When the knowledge is realized, when the knowledge of the reality takes place in deep meditation, then internally you are always aware. Your expression outside to a seeker, I'm awakened. I'm not my label, I'm not my gender, I don't belong to any uh, country, but I'm a global citizen. So ask yourself every day, am I pure consciousness or a body mind complex? That is what we say. Is body mind complex? Seen by the mind, I could see. Whatever I see through the mind, I cannot be that. What that means? Understand? I see my computer screen. How do I see? Because computer screen is in front of me, in front of my mind. That is how I know that this computer screen is different and separate from me. So if we take what we take this understanding. So whatever we see, feel, experience in the world cannot be me. Clear? So I see my body, I cannot be body. Do I feel and experience my mind? Yes, I cannot be my mind. Do I see my thoughts? Yes, I cannot be my thoughts. Look at it. Look at it. So this only happens when you have that manisha, pure, simple intellect. So here, the master gives us a deeper insight through the manisha, waking state. What happens in the waking state? I see my body and my 4 functions of the mind is constantly working. What are the 4 functions of the mind? Mind, memory, intellect, ego. And I see my body. What happens in dream state? I don't see my body, but mind, intellect, and the memory constantly works. What happens in sleep? I don't see my body, I don't see my mind. Now question comes, do I exist in deep sleep? Yes, I exist in deep sleep. If I don't exist, I could not wake up and realize I do not return from the sleep in the waking state. Is it not clear that I exist in deep sleep, I exist in dream, and I exist in waking state? Allow your manisha to understand that. So this life is a movement of a waking state to dream state to sleep state, again to waking state, sleep state, and dream state. Master is answering in the first verse to reach to the highest state of meditation. Now see the beauty. The dream state cannot recognize the waking state and the sleep state. Are you understanding? Is it clear? The waking state cannot recognize the sleep and the dream state, but still I exist. I exist. Is it not clear? The dream state do not recognize the sleep and the waking state. Still I exist. So what is that exist which I say I? So the Eastern wisdom says, Prajnanam Brahma. I am pure consciousness. First realization that happens in meditation. Byproduct is okay. Byproduct is relaxation, calmness, peace, happiness, management of the stress. These are the byproducts of meditation. Very simple thing if you follow simple practices of meditation. Make it clear. What is that who is present in the sleep state, in the dream state, in the waking state? It is pure consciousness. So, what happens when I live in a waking state? I become waker. I am not a waker. Does this make things clear? When I'm sleeping, I become a sleeper, but I'm not a sleeper. That is a phase of life. I become a dreamer, but I'm not a dreamer. I'm behind sleeping, behind dreaming, behind waking state. Only the Manisha can contemplate and reflect on these three states. Three states. If my mind does not recognize my body, it does not mean that I do not exist. See that? In deep sleep, I exist. Sleep is happening. So the mind, the memory, the intellect, and the ego are not working in the deep sleep state, and still I exist. Still I exist in all the three states. So what is that I which exists, passes through all the three states, and remains the same? How do you prove that you remain the same? Today, you wake up in the morning. For example, Samir is there. So does his mind says, now I'm no longer a Samir? I have become David? No, you remain as it is. So there is someone in you who has that memory, who recognizes, even after deep sleep, which is totally an unconscious process. So even in deep sleep, that I exist without any experience. What is the sleep? Absence of experience of absence. I experience absence. But can I recognize that in deep sleep? No. When I wake up, then I recognize that I had a sound sleep. So it means that I existed in sleeper, in waker, and in dream. That I is pure consciousness. That pure consciousness is our true nature. That is why we say drop the identification from the body, from the mind, from the intellect, so that you can reach to the higher meditative state in your life. So Shankara, the great master, says, now he is answering to the Chandala, the untouchable. You are right. Now he is indirectly saying, you are not a Chandala, you are not a untouchable. You are my guru. You are awakened. Why? You questioned me. What do you mean by go away and go away? He said, you are enlightened. You know what is the knowledge of reality. Hence, you are my guru. You are my teacher. So every master, when they find these people who are awakened, whatever the caste, shape, gender they belong to, they instantly realize, yes, you are my guru. You are enlightened. You are my guru. What I said, go away, is applicable to the transactional world. Transactional world. You see that many people say it means all, if all women are pure consciousness, then where is my honey? That's a wrong question. Why it is a wrong question? In a transactional world, means in the material world, in a society, in a family, in a professional life, we have to address others by their name, gender, qualification, aptitude, likes and dislikes. That is applicable. But deeper inside, you are aware that we are essentially one. What is that oneness? That is our true nature. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Like I gave examples every time, the water is one. The wave may be smaller, bigger, it may become a tsunami, still it is water. Isn't it? Still it is water. Can the space be divided and fragmented? The answer is no. The space can never be divided and fragmented. You build your house, you demolish this house. The space remains the same. Similarly, that space, that water is our pure consciousness. That is the goal of meditation. That is the real goal of meditation. So we start working for very small and petty things in our life. What is that petty things as compared to meditation? How can I relax? How can I manage my stress? How can I get rid of anxiety? These are petty things. If you have a clarity of what is the goal of meditation, that is the knowledge of the reality, and that knowledge of reality, that reality is over my true nature. That true nature is nothing but the pure consciousness. That is what Shankara, the master, is referring to the Chandala from outside, but inside, that guy was awakened. So he said, you are first, he said with humility, you are awakened, you are enlightened, you are my guru. And I said to you to go away, because I have to say it in a transactional world. See that? That is the first thing. And as you know, the consciousness is one, it cannot be divided the way the water is one in all the waves, the way the space is one, cannot be divided even by the country, your house and my house, your office and my office, the streets. Similarly, that consciousness is one. You pointed me. Master says, you pointed me the truth. Hence, you are my guru. You are enlightened. Now see how those people, two awakened people, live in the world. Look at this. Think of this. How two awakened people live in the world. It is not that, I can go into a deep meditative state and something happen, then there is a out of body experience. Out of the body, where you went? I went to heaven. Then why you came back to hell again? Live there? That creates a lot of confusion. That creates a lot of confusion. We don't talk of hell and the heaven. We don't rely too much on experiences, even though our experiences helps us to understand the journey of meditation. I had encountered one beautiful, handsome person in New Jersey. He used to attend my session. In every session, before I spoke, he said, I always see one God. I'm not referring to any religion. It's a group session. I said, when you realize and you see and communicate with the God, why you are coming here to my sessions? No, I have lot of stress. I said, why don't you talk to the God that you see in meditation? And ask the God to get rid of the stress. See that? See that? We should not get carried away by any of these experiences. Why? Answer through the Manisha. I cannot be my experience. I am an experiencer. Are you getting it? I am not my experiences. I may have pain today, tomorrow I have a pleasure. All experiences changes. Where all experiences are happening in the mind, I am not my mind, hence I am not my experiences. So should I drop all my experiences? No, I should learn from my experiences. The existence gives me an opportunity to witness all the experiences and learn from that experiences. So remember, anytime. Now, what is another teaching in a transactional world? Sometimes we see a person we don't like. I hate this guy. Remember whom you are hating. The body? That is the teaching. Are you hating that body of a person? Is your body is different from his body? Or are you hating his consciousness? Is consciousness different? You see, that is how we evolve in meditation. It does not mean that I should not give a befitting reply in a transactional world. So, what that means? I live into simultaneous awareness of oneness all the time. That gives me, shows me, points me permanent peace, happiness, love, and wisdom. Simultaneous awareness of unitary consciousness. And at the same time, I am also living in the transactional world. So, if everything is one, it does not mean that I knock the door of your house and I say, everything is one. That's why I have come here to live in your house. Don't put for the wrong argument. You see that? I'm asking you to live in Manisha. Live in that state of the Manisha gives you that sense of the unitary, one infinite consciousness. That is my nature. That is the goal of any and all meditation practices. Let us start our journey. Close your eyes. Stage 1. The stage 1, eyes are closed, body is steady, and the mind is looking deep inside. You don't start looking deep inside your honey. At present in meditation, your honey is your true nature. See that? Sometime I heard in a session, I was focusing on my honey. So my 30 minutes of a talk becomes a waste. Don't do that, please. At present, your real honey is inside you, behind and beyond that mind and the space and the emptiness that you are looking at. When you look deep inside in the space, what do you see? You find that the body tends to become steady. Do you remember the principle? When the mind goes inside, the body cannot move and act. Check it. If that is happening, you are there. But still, we settle. In the first stage, the second step is being comfortable. What is the meaning of being comfortable? Being comfortable, look at the neck joint, feel, be present, and experience sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Move the mind on the shoulder joints. You become aware, you feel the presence, you experience sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. You see that? What I discussed, we learn from our own experiences. We the experiencer, is learning from the experiences, but we are none of our experiences. So move the mind on the hip joint, be there, feel, and experience sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Move the mind on the entire body from the top of the head to the toes. Hand check, feel, experience sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Step 3 of the stage 1, being carefree. Being carefree is a knowledge practice. It happens in the manisha, the pure, simple, clear intellect that sees, that perceives all the thoughts, feelings, sensations, and then it also knows that they are separate from me. How come? The way you are standing across a road watching the traffic of the mind. So, mental traffic and the mind. Separation is there. Similarly, it is happening in the manisha, in the intellect. It is deep inside. You are not doing anything. You become aware. You know it. So, what the masters are doing, Eastern wisdom has introduced a principle. So, that principle is realized. The birds flying in the sky, I said, in the sky. The sky, nothing happens to the sky. The birds appear and disappear. Thoughts appear and disappear. Can you become so much carefree? You will succeed in meditation in this session only. And then we become casual. Being casual means now ask yourself what happens to the water. Actually, what happens to the water? If water is an individual, is a human being, when there are one wave or 5 waves or 10 waves, nothing happens. The water knows the waves are only the appearance. When you get it, then what it means? It means that consciousness is the existence. The waker, sleeper, dreamer is only the appearances, like the waves. And from the waves, their kids, thought, feeling, sensation, dream. Oh, look at it. So I give a signal, a pointer. That is the ultimate of meditation in being casual, natural. In that state, we move to the second stage, two, purifying the mind and balancing the prana. This time, from today's meditation onward, instead of breathing from the ribs, we will breathe through the belly. Same, short in the quick breath, remain cheerful, maintain the steadiness of the body, and start breathing quick and short from the belly now. When you inhale, the belly comes out. When you exhale, the belly goes in. Let us continue. You have started the second stage, and then we will understand what is the difference between the rib cage breathing and the belly breathing in relationship to the meditation. Continue with the belly. Also check the body more or less remains steady. First thing to understand, we don't want to acquire any kind of a habit in any step in meditation, which is a normal understanding, but we'll go for a deeper continue. Inhale, the belly comes out. Exhale, the belly goes in. Belly goes in and comes out with every inhalation, exhalation, and you continue. Continue, my friend. We are here to explore the existence, the consciousness, as discussed by the Master in the verse. Only the Manisha can reach there. And stop this. So when you stop this, you can reflect on your experiences. What is your experiences? Did the mindset was reacting, or the mind was supporting doing the breathing? Check it. That tells us how much impurity we have in the mind. We'll continue this journey. Now start inhaling, the second step of the stage two. Inhale, deep, silent, slow. First into the belly, then into the rib cage. It should take time. While breathing out, make the humming sound louder, deeper, longer. As deep, as long as you can do it. So the next breath is, next inhalation is silent, deep, longer. Next exhalation is louder, deeper, humming sound. Continue. Then stop this humming sound, doing nothing. Live into that state of sensation, comfortable steadiness. Mind is living within. When the mind is living within, we can easily navigate to the third stage. It's so simple. Any thought, any feeling, any experience takes place. You superimpose Om Shanti. How you superimpose Om Shanti? I believe you remember. It is like I, as a mind, come to your house and ask, and then you ask, who are you? And I say Om Shanti. What's your name? Om Shanti. Which car you drive? Om Shanti. Why you have come? Om Shanti. For every question. Similarly, for every thought, every experience, the mind brings in front of you, you drop Om Shanti. You will not get carried away by the mind. See that. You will remain as you are. Means you will go deeper. Shanti. Anything happens, Shanti. Any trigger, Shanti. Because you are fully aware, you are not carried away. When the mind is not carried away, it remains in the pure state. And now leave this step also in the stage 3. In the stage 3, we go for checking how far the mind has gone deeper within. So look at the head and the neck. Be there, experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Now look inside the head and the neck. Become aware of the space and the sensation inside. Sensation inside represents calmness. Space indicates quietness. Continue to move deeper inside that calmness and the quietness. You find everything of the world outside is lost. You meet the horizon where the matter meets the consciousness. You become oblivious of the world. Just see another. Look at the right arm outside. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Look inside the right arm, as if your mind is moving inside, becoming aware of the space and the sensation. There calmness and quietness, my friend. And then see, can you move deeper in that calmness and quietness? I'm using one word, you become as if oblivious of the world outside. That is what happens when we see the horizon, where the earth meets the sky, when you are at a sea beach. That sort of experience. Move the mind on the left arm outside, sensation, relaxation, stillness inside, sensation, space, calmness, quietness. Rib cage, the chest, all around, experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Inside, you simply recognize the sensation, the space inside is different from outside. That confirms the mind living within. and also in the state of calmness and quietness, and then move the mind deep inside. Right leg outside, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Inside, calmness and quietness. Deep inside, horizon. You see that sometimes the mind is constantly pulling from deep behind because of the past impression and impurity. No, bring something in front of me, then only I will realize. Then only I will believe you. Don't worry about those moments. Left leg outside, sensation, relaxation, stillness. Inside, calmness and quietness. Deep inside, horizon. Entire body. From the top of the head to the toes. Top of the head. Now, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Inside, calmness and quietness. Deep inside, deep inside, horizon. Let the manisha be active. Physical mind perceives the physical world. Physical mind perceives the physical body, and the physical mind creates an ignorance. Don't you see my body is moving? Body is alive, but body is a matter. Then look deep inside, look at the breath. The subtle mind looks at the breath. Subtle mind, and it has an object to see and experience. Then, subtler than the breath, we have thoughts, feeling. Who perceives it? The subtler mind. Now, Manisha, what is behind, deeper than the thought, feeling, and sensations? Manisha says, I cannot see it. So don't see it. You have already reached to the subtlest mind. See that. No object. What we say meditation, objectless state. Are we there? So when you are there, still you can be aware of the breath going in and out, feeling the sensation. No change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Outside you are aware of it, but deeper inside you know it is an objectless state. Continue. Now do nothing, live into the state of doing nothing. I always like this phrase, you are in the state of doing nothing. Water, always in the state of doing nothing. The wave appears due to the wind. Wind is the mind. And still nothing happens to it. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand. Bring your mind to the left hand. Raise both your palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. We'll share our experiences. How are you, Samir?
Sir, there was total darkness inside me, and every thought was dissolving in that darkness. Means that darkness was swallowing all the thoughts. Means
Very good point. Very nice expression. That tells your good experience. You are progressing. Very good. How are you, Ashok?
So it was a very good experience and been going for the better side.
You see that? Couple of years ago, you were not ready. I gave you the same practices.
Yes, agree.
So the
Agree.
teacher waits patiently. They have nothing to say. You say, no, I'm not doing anything. You're not giving me the right practice. We say, okay, good. Now you see that you are becoming a seeker, you are committed, and you feel the change. That is why we share these experiences. How are you, Anne?
I'm fine. I felt it went very deep today.
Very
I
wonderful.
forgot that I was sitting.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Very good. Very good. How are you, birthday girl?
I'm good. Um, I liked in your message how you kind of juxtapose the idea of how we separate ourselves through these identities and labels, or things that we attach ourselves to, but how the goal is actually to be able to identify like the oneness, and just our innate being. And I found that to be powerful, just especially in the how the climate of just adversity, I guess, right now is just kind of remembering that we're really all one and have more to contribute to each other than pull us apart.
Wonderful, Jordan. I know you are young. You should be concerned what is happening all around. So we are also concerned. Yes, but there is a but. What is that but? You work on yourself and awaken to one consciousness. So what is going to happen? You impact people around you because you pulsate that unitary consciousness in you. That is the approach of the Eastern wisdom. Western approach is a little bit different. We talk a lot and still we say we are one and still we say we are different. So that oneness is an idea in the Western perception. And that oneness is a realization. It is pulsating experience. That impacts the society. That impacts the people all around. Wonderful expression. How are you, Jonathan?
Very good. I had a very, I had a lot of stillness in the practice.
Yes, you are progressing.
But I actually have a question related to that, and it was something that I was thinking about during the practice. And I think that for me, the metaphor that I always think of, I think it's very similar to the water metaphor that you were giving, but it's the like I think of our experience as like a flame, and like the flame doesn't exist without the wax, doesn't exist without the oxygen around us, it doesn't exist without the string that's lighting. So to think that us as an individual flame without those other things, similarly how I can't exist without this experience, without the noise outside, without the dog moving around during practice. And I understand the purpose of meditation is to impact, like you were saying to Jordan, impact other people when you meet them at that oneness level in the world. But I have a tough time reconciling how you have to meet people in like that transactional world, like you said, or in the Western world. So meeting them in the experience of oneness is a very vulnerable thing, and it's very difficult to do that in your everyday. I think that's where I can understand. I can feel in practice. It's just hard to take that and then experience other people that way.
Right. You have beautiful questions, and these questions must arise in our mind, in the intellect, so that intellect should be clear before we practice meditation and realize that. Having said that, don't worry. Simple answer is don't worry what is happening outside in the world until you reach to a meditative state of oneness. How to recognize that? The mind reflects always the duality outside, the multiplicity outside. Even whatever you say, whatever I say, that oneness exists behind the mind. Meditation is transcending the mind. First part of the answer. Second part, once you are into that state, that consciousness borrowed by the mind perceives the reality of oneness everywhere, and then the mind works in the transactional reality. That is the objective of meditation. Now compare this with what you said, that it is very difficult for us to live into that transactional world of multiplicity. while sharing oneness. Who says this? Mind. Mind has yet to transform. The water does not say, small wave is not me, big wave is me. Does water says? Consciousness never says that. So what is the bottleneck? What is the hindrance? The mind needs to transform. So when I say mind, it is also the intellect, and the subtle ego comes in between as a barrier to see that reality of oneness in all, and at the same time living into this transactional reality. Are you getting it? So first thing, every time my master says, no, I have lot of challenges with my dad, my master used to say, meditate. I said, what the hell he is talking about? How the meditation can help me to... you see, your mind again questions. Mind again questions. That is why you live with the master again and again and again. And then one day I see, yes, I could see the reality. I can play my role as a son. Now see that. When I play my role as a son, will I have any conflict? When I'm playing my role as a son, I live in the transactional reality. So then the world becomes play and a fun, Jonathan. You are young, I know you're intelligent, and you have a beautiful question, but continue the journey. That will help you to reach to that state. How are you, Sangeeta?
सर बहुत अच्छा था, ऐसे लग रहा था जैसे कुछ खुल रहा है अंदर.
बहुत बढ़िया. Very good. बहुत सुंदर. She says that something is opening up. That experience tells us that the mind wants to go inside. It wants to ask. It is asking, what is that really? Mind is the product of consciousness. बहुत सुंदर. How are you, Vaibhav?
Sir, it was really a very peaceful experience. It was all dark, and now I can see that I am there, and if a thought comes, then I can stop it. It's like it's coming, and I can check that it is coming, and then I can come back to the practice all of us at the same moment.
Very good. You have heightened the state of your awareness in meditation, I would say. Yeah, that's another experience that we can have. Pavan, how are you?
Sir, it was very good and peaceful, restful.
Good.
Sir,
Good. Good.
strong direction in my hands.
How are you, Shobha?
सर डिफरेंट एक्सपीरियंसेस थे, जैसे जैसे आप स्टेप बाय स्टेप बता रहे थे ऐसा किया.
Variety of experiences, yes.
हाँ, एक थॉट के ऊपर भी लेके अपने आप को एक्सपीरियंस किया, उसको छोड़ते प्लस सोचा, फिर उसको छोड़ा लीव किया. मंत्र का वो करते रहे. उसके बाद लास्ट में क्या हुआ, वो
She kept leaving away all the thoughts. Yeah.
All the thoughts okay. उसके बाद इनर सेल्फ में एक स्टेटस में स्टिल किया. एंड आफ्टर दैट जब भ्रामरी कर रहे थे तो उसमें भी डिफरेंट वेव्स आर कमिंग इन माय माइंड एंड बॉडी.
Ah, very good. He was feeling different waves while doing the humming inside the head. That's a good experience. Understand that when you are a teacher belonging to the Eastern wisdom, the teaching is totally different. They will ask you, okay, why don't you do the practice? But they will not pull you. They will not push you. But the teacher in the Eastern wisdom wait patiently when you become a seeker, when you continue the journey. How are you, Vivek?
It was very deep experience with each humming sound or drop, and I was going more into deeper side. Beautiful.
Good. Yeah, talk to me after the session. or maybe after
Okay.
1 hour.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, we'll talk something. How are you, Stephen?
Very good, thank you. 3 very distinct experiences, all one right after the other. When you changed the breathing to go starting from the fast breathing at the belly, I found it to be challenging and had to focus very differently on it. And it caused an intense amount of body heat, in which I actually started to feel like I was sweating down my back, which was pretty intense. And then when we changed the breathing method to the humming, it immediately went to darkness, and I kept seeing white spheres of light, like balloons, ascending into my mind and out my crown. And then when we stopped that breathing, my meditation went to complete darkness.
Complete
darkness.
Yes. You beautifully narrated the experience. When we start breathing through the belly, it is the center of action. Without fire, without energy, you cannot have an action. So that is why you felt and experienced the heat, and that heat was sublimated, went deep inside when you started the humming sound. And ultimately the humming sound and other steps led you to the total darkness, means total emptiness. It's a beautiful experience. It is going to change your lot of impressions and the thought. Don't you find changes in your daily life now?
Mm-hmm. Every day.
Every day. Mm-hmm. That is what the objective of meditation. It is not that, I've done meditation, I feel very relaxed, I went into hallucinative experiences. When I returned back to the same world of anxiety and stress. No, that is not meditation. That is not meditation. Understand? Mm-hmm. No, wonderful. David and Jerry.
I had a similar experience to Stephen too. When we were doing the humming, I saw stars or sparkles or balloons like I've never seen before. Kind of interesting. And then right after that, I had this just deep blank. Other than I had this huge energy that I felt through the rest of the meditation. It's like I felt, I don't know, I just high energy. It was very interesting and unique.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. Another beautiful, because they have been doing the practice regularly, Jonathan and Jordan. That's why it's bringing the result. Beautiful. How are you, Jerry?
I'm doing well, thank you. It was a really nice practice as far as a lot of stillness and easy to stay present. Not a lot of colors or activity, just very still. And I do really appreciate your message of just living within our Manisha, and if we can live from that place of pure consciousness and all of our labels and all of our things that our roles, as you might say.
Yeah, play your role.
Life becomes a play and a fun.
It becomes a play and a fun. Jerry rightly said, you are living within. We all are pure consciousness. Consciousness borrowed by the mind and the intellect. Jonathan, through you I'm answering everyone again. So the consciousness is borrowed by the intellect and the mind. That intellect gives the consciousness to the body and the sense organ. Right? Then it goes outside. It recognizes Jerry, for example. So be ready to play your role. You will never have any duality and a conflict in the world. You are playing your role. So I say, When I go before in front of my father, it means I'm the son. Let me play my role of a son. Finished. Not identify. I'm an employer. Let me play my role as a boss. You won't imagine when I leave the role of a teacher, I become nobody. I enjoy being nobody during my life, day to day. The moment again I come before you, I play my role as a teacher with clarity, with focus. It will take some time. So that is wonderful. But yeah, I remember. First thing, let everyone bless and say happy birthday to Jordan. Jordan, raise your hand so that everyone knows that here is Jordan. Here is Jordan.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jawar.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy
Happy birthday, Jordan.
Thank you.
Thank you.